Hello everyone, and welcome to another One Piece volume, and specifically part 2 of Whole Cake Island. So I did get to the rest of the Whole Cake. This is the only volume I kind of had with me. Not only that, I was on vacation. If you noticed, sometimes the uploads weren't amazing, the upload schedule. So once the fall starts, there's probably gonna be a steadier flow of videos, hopefully. Hopefully for anyone watching it. And then also, if you notice, I've been doing more videos at night, and that's because it's just been so bloody hot. And even sometimes in the fall it's hot, so, just bear with me there if you're at all curious, as maybe somebody out there is. Also, if you have comments on videos, someone commented saying, oh, well, you should make another what if Luffy and Sabo and them, the three brothers, what if they were like in the Marines? And that's fine if you want me to do a part two. But I mean, I've already extensively talked about that, so I don't know what else to talk about. The story hasn't completed, all that kind of stuff. And not only that, it's just comment on the video. Comment on that video itself. Don't just comment on the most recent video just because you think I'll respond. And sure, I did. But next time I'm not going. I'm going to say, just comment on the other video because this is ridiculous. This has happened a couple times now, to be honest. Part two. I got the Luffy attire. Basically, when in the very beginning, where he's like right around here, kind of going for that. This shirt is weird because it's supposed to be white, but in the anime, I think they make it red. I'm not quite sure why they did that. But we basically start off where we left off with the Katakuri and that whole thing, that whole fight. So actually no, from the Tea Party on, basically. So the Tea Party, we get Big Mom's backstory. That shit was crazy. I'll put this down now. Big Mom's backstory was crazy. That whole like pirate thing, where she was at Elbath, was pretty crazy too. Like the that guy, like I think it was Streusel. It was revealed that he kind of manipulated her. Kind of stupid that a Yonko gets manipulated, but whatever. Also, it does seem kind of odd that Peros, like, he has very similar mannerisms, so pretty sure that's first son. Probably he told her to have more kids so that they could fight for you. There's a lot of information that got released recently. I don't know if it's true or not on the Vivre cards. Those have been pumped out for whatever reason. Kind of alarming, but they're everywhere. I see them on Instagram. All this information about Katakuri. So I don't know if any of that's true, but I tried to ignore it. But some of it seems like it could be true, like him being born on a boat at least. That's the only part I saw. Was him on a boat and then him eating a devil fruit when he was young. Anyways, so we get the information on that. We get Elbath, which is interesting. It's a very small town. It makes it seem like she destroyed like half of Elbath. I think there's a poor translation on Manga Panda that said, "Oh, she destroyed like half of Elbath, like half of an Elbath town, very small town." I think Elbath is like a tree, like a mythical tree. It maybe goes into the clouds like a Jack and the Beanstalk. Some people have talked about that, or maybe just like the mythical tree, as in Elbath, the actual place in mythology is. So yeah, there was that. I think that was really clutch, because that was the last thing that was like in the last review we like kind of stopped at, and this one we started at. So at least that's where we started. She ate all those kids. I kind of wasn't surprised that she ate the kids. I was actually more surprised by the devil fruits. Like, I'm not really sure how devil fruits work, but I don't think you can just eat somebody and just obtain it. Like, I didn't understand that one bit. Whatever, no explanation there. Don't know how she created Zeus, because like the fire makes sense, but Zeus, that makes no sense. Um, but yeah, we got information about that. Mother Carmel, all that kind of stuff. So then we go back to the tea party. She's crazy. She doesn't know what to, is it the cake that she wants or is it the Mother Carmel? And apparently she picks cake over Mother Carmel, which is stupid, but whatever, and she destroys like a lot of the town. And a lot of people have been calling her Big Meme. I could see why. She is kind of a meme, but at the same time, like Big Mom, she's still a Yonko. I don't know. I wouldn't take her seriously if I was a pirate. I mean, even if I saw her wrecking shit, I don't know. I'd be like Law. I honestly, if I were in the series, I'd be like Law, for sure. Either him or Zoro, and I'd just be like, whatever. That being said, I mean, her temper tantrum is ridiculous. In the Spirit of Elbath, it reached another island. Like it destroyed like that King Bomb tree. Poor King Bomb, ripped to him. Then like Zeus actually like blew up Big Mom. Like the chaos was crazy. The Tea Party goes like sideways. This is how fast I was reading it too. Like Beige leaves, boom. Like the Caesar thing, like he's gone. Like boom. Like who knows if he's ever going to come back in the series. Beige is gone. Don't know what Don't really know what his enrollment was. Then he comes back. For his wife. Also, big respect points to Beige for his wife. But other than that, he's like right up there with the Hawkins. Just characters I care less about. But yeah, I mean, the pacing was a little bit quick. It was quick. The first half of Whole Cake Island was amazing. The second half has been so-so, but still pretty enjoyable. There was the Beige thing. Comes back. Whole Cake. The Whole Cake, they got destroyed by Luffy just, having to make a scene like he always does. That was, to me, pretty great still. But they have to, like, Sanji, like, definite, but, like, in this volume, like, Sanji actually remembers what the cake looked like. And I have to say, that's pretty damn impressive. Also, very briefly, there's this one thing that I'm kind of confused about. I think one of the Vinsmokes, like, copied this Vinsmoke dude. He, like, I haven't watched this in the anime, but he says that everything's okay and they accept it as fact. So I'm not really sure if it's because they're able to mimic the voice or what, but it also seems Ichiji, like, he seems to have some kind of leader of these clones. He says, like, we should be getting back on the boat, so that's kind of interesting. Also, something I didn't like about this arc is this, like, thing, like, the Grand Fleet, like, it's making me less and less interested in them, because they're just kind of, like, they don't represent Luffy, they're just destroying shit for, like, destroying it. It's like, to me, that's not what Luffy represents. He represents freedom. Like, sure, freedom in the will to being able to do stuff, but, like, come on, like, mostly this volume is just the Katakuri stuff, and that's kind of what it is. Second half, if it didn't have Katakuri, it would be boring as hell. At a narrative standpoint, it'd be very boring. I think it's very, very good, like, in terms of the pacing, though. It's pretty crazy. Also pretty crazy that we're in part 28 of the New World. Like, man, we're getting almost 30 parts involved. 88 volumes. A year ago, I didn't think I'd be all the way at 88. And I think there's only, like, 90 or 91, so we're pretty close to being almost done with the series, which is kind of sad and kind of insane, too, because it's just so much and so much reading, and I don't know how I did it. But yeah, it's pretty insane. Nami has gone skyrocketed in this arc. She's still, Captain Zoro is destroying the mirrors. I mean, I'm like, oh my god, like, Nami, like, I never was a fan of Nami, for a long time in the series. But things like this, it's like, yeah, like, damn, like, she had leadership at Zoe. She does this, like, honestly, big time Nami. Fan in this arc. But yeah, yet again, she's doing the role model thing in this second part again. You know, the Zeus thing, that was huge. I think Zeus, you know, I thought Zeus is going to show up at the end of this volume. It doesn't, but then Zeus shows up later. The Big Mom thing is crazy too, when she shows up with that fiery, like, oh my god, there's this, like, this is an amazing, like, I wish I had drew this. I drew Katakuri, and I might show it the next time I talk about One Piece, but that's an amazing panel. A Big Mom with the hair and all that. It's really, really cool. That's the kind of Yonko that I'm seeing. It's intimidating, but most of the Big Mom stuff, like it's interesting. I wonder how strong Big Mom was when she was like 28, because Oda drew a panel for younger. That's just, you know, very interesting to me. So yeah, it's very high paced, you know, like I said, action's freaking unbelievable. And then there's like stuff like this carrot moment. I was like, oh, you know, she's gonna do something. And then out of nowhere, it's like, boom, like Carrot actually starts dominating. And she looks freaking amazing too. Like, transformation wise, I think it's a really well done. It's not overly done. But one of my favorite panels in this whole thing is right here, where it's like this dude bruh is like laughing like an idiot, you know, Daifuku, and Carrot like looks badass as hell, storms the ship, takes the wheel, and then does this cute little smile. Like, I'm like, oh man, honestly, big time points for Carrot. Somebody was actually telling me this is Arm Hockey. It's like an extension of a devil fruit like that. It's not Arm Hockey. His powers are so stupid. Like, just being able to do that, and then he ends up cutting his own shit. I'm like, yeah, you damn fool. Like, yet again, we get to see that Carrot. Like, this is the kind of Carrot, like, I wasn't expecting, but oh my god, if this was Carrot normally, you know, I guess it's unexpected. The freaking Katakuri fight, though, is phenomenal. Like, even Gear 4 is, like bitched down, like, as cool as it was last time seeing it. Very cool. Like I said, loved it. This was a sad moment when Lola's dad remembers his daughters and doesn't get to see her, you know, Chiffon and all that. And Chiffon's reaction is like, "Who's that weirdo?" It's like, man, like, she wasn't even a pirate. I mean, I guess, but I don't really consider some of the Big Mom people pirates. But yeah, interesting though. The Katakuri, you know, yet again, like, the more we got to see him, more I'm interested in. You know, we get to see him with his face off. I think one of the cleanest looking panels in the entire series is when Luffy actually gets this hit. It just looks clean, quick. You could tell what's going on. There's movement going on. The clash is awesome as hell. You know, and this is all because Katakuri had his face revealed. And it kind of looked ridiculous. But anyways, Katakuri is an amazing character. We get to see the whole thing with Brule. I did watch that scene anime where he smiles and all that. I'm just like, oh, like, you know, the conclusion of that fight. I don't think really Luffy won with Snake Man. I think it was a great transformation. I think it was a great move. But Katakuri was wounded severely, a lot more than Luffy was. Even though he was trying to handicap himself, which was such an honorable, awesome thing. And then Luffy comes up with that crocodile line where he's like, no, everything in a pirate fight's dirty. So yet again, he's using villains lines against the other villains. But yeah, you know, when Katakuri wounds himself like that, I'm just like, damn, like, props. And then they like do this clash, and like in the anime, they did an amazing job where he says, Totes, like, I'm gonna win anyways, and he starts running at him, and like, oh my god, like, Luffy, like, man, that was some intense shit. And yeah, I mean, great clash there, and then we actually get to see Snake Man. He knocks out Flampe, like Flampe and all those dumbasses, like, on the sidelines. Like, I think they're really gonna embarrass Katakuri. Like, he doesn't give a shit about that. And if the rumors are right, you know, where people are saying that he's Kaido's son, it's kind of makes sense. Or if he's like some other guy that's really powerful, but Kaido's son, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Dude's a fucking monster, honestly. He just is. He was tanking shots. He was delivering hits. He knocked Gear 4 out, like, just completely monster, and deserving of a 1.5 billion bounty. I don't even know, or 1 point something billion, 1.57. But yeah, really great character. And then, the, the moment where Luffy takes his hat off, he sees him fall on his back, and he puts the fedora down. It's just like, oh man, like that's honestly the greatest moment in the entire series. Well, maybe not the entire series, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just such a pivotal moment. It's, to me, it's just as impactful as like the Robin moment, because we've never had a villain that just accepted, like, he accepted Luffy. Katakuri became a better person after fighting Luffy. I don't think you could say that about Doflamingo or Caesar. Caesar was forced into it, and even then, he's still a scumbag. Kaido, if he actually beats Kaido, no. The only thing I could see is Kaido's like, oh, maybe maybe I want to live, and then he gets killed, because that's how One Piece is, ironically. But I don't even see that being a fight, because One Piece is made of clashes. It's not made of fights. So I don't know what's gonna go on there. But the Katakuri thing was just like, I wasn't expecting, like, him saying, like, are you going to be the Pirate King? And then he's like, oh, you're looking pretty far into the future, and then falls on his back. After Brule consistently said, he never lays on his back. That fight was very long and dragged out so much in the anime when I watched, like, just, like, the fight version. It's, like, ridiculously stupid, but in the manga, it was fast-paced, it was quick. I don't really have the other volumes to show, but, like, whole Snake Man thing, like, that was awesome. Like, I think my favorite one was actually Black Mamba, because he was getting hit from all over, and, like, he got hit in his wound. Like, the fight was basically the main part, and, like, Straw Hat's, like, trying to get rid of Big Mom. Chopper using the Cloven thing, and Jinbei in the anime, that song, I think it's called A Man's Battle, is really just perfect for Jinbei blasting Big Mom out of there. Vegapunk drill. Then it's like, then we start getting crazy. Like, after Luffy comes back onto the boat, it's like the Vinsmokes are ready to sacrifice themselves. I'm like, oh shit. They're like, no, we have debts. I'm like, no, they don't. Like, they don't want to repay this. Like, they want to repay the Straw Hats. Let's be honest. They're just too manly to admit it. So they're there, and then the Sun Pirates, they're there, and, like, they're like, nah, we're gonna sacrifice ourselves. I'm like, holy shit! Like, all this stuff's happening right now, and we don't even know what's happening with them. As far as I know, it's chapter 902. It's the last bit of Whole Cake Island, and yeah, just to recap the rest of it, we saw that Katakuri thing. We saw Big Mom revived after the whole cake thing. Sanji knocks her out after. He also knocked out Beige, though, so makes sense. We also saw, I forgot to mention, we saw Beige's, like, thing, like, where he turns into his father mode or whatever, the castle. Very cool. I think that's an awakened mode for sure, but very, very cool. Devil Fruit to me. He also tanks from some shots, so he's actually pretty strong. Still not fully redeemed as a character for me. But Chiffon's kind of just a bitchier version of Lola. But whatever. It's interesting if Lola and Chiffon ever meet again. I don't know if that's going to happen till, like, the end of the series, like Laboon and Brooke, but hopefully it does. But it seems unclear what happened to them, too, because they did their thing. Their ship burned to the ground, all this stuff, so they're going to have to get a new ship. Also, that was very reminiscent of Water 7, so there was that. This whole arc was very reminiscent of Water 7, but, like, Katakuri was like the Rob Lucci of the New World, except he was not a scumbag. Great arc. I wouldn't say the second half is better. I'd say it's worse, but it's still a really good arc. Really great fights. Big Mom just taking down Luffy like that. That was, wow. Gear 4 got bitched down like nothing. But Snake Man was worth it. All that was definitely worth it. Really fast-paced, quick. Luffy was actually pretty smart. He broke the mirror so they couldn't get in. Told the crew break the mirror on the outside. Like, he made the chaos scene. big news. Morgan's like, it says one of the worst generation, except for Zoro, is going to be the Pirate King. He shouldn't have included Killer then either, but whatever. Yeah, that whole thing happened. We still don't know about Kid any of them on Wano, so I'm assuming they're going to be on Wano, so that's something interesting. Looking forward, there's the Reverie that I need to read, and that should be really good. Not gonna watch it because I've heard people saying like, no, don't do that. That's bad. But yeah, pretty excited for the future. One Piece with Wano, Elbath. Someone's saying it's called Laugh-Tell now. It's Raftel. I'm not calling it Laugh-Tell. That sounds ridiculous. Sounds childish. So not doing that. But anyways, fantastic ending. Well, maybe not ending. The ending of Whole Cake wasn't great, but I'm just talking about like the loose ends, like the Katakuri thing. That with the brulee, that was a really great way to wrap him up. Cracker, guess he's dead. Same thing with a Snack. I don't know. Like if you're defeating the Big Mom Pirates, you're irrelevant. Smoothie, that was actually pretty disappointing. I don't know what happened to Smoothie. I wish that we got to see more of her. Maybe Elbath, or maybe if Luffy comes back, but I don't think he's gonna come back. He's not somebody that goes up and circles back. Like, you never know, but maybe they'll fight on the high seas. But I want to see Zoro kind of fight her, just because she has a sword, and he hasn't really fought a Yonko commander, so that'd be kind of cool. Definitely miss Zoro a lot in this arc, especially with the Sanji thing. But definitely have to say that out of all the arcs in One Piece, this is the most, probably, and most ambitious. I mean, it's a little bit more ambitious than Dressrosa, just because of the ending. It's like the Straw Hats didn't celebrate, they didn't win. Luffy got messed up. Jinbei joined and then left, and he may be dead, may not be dead, maybe a prisoner. I don't know. I think he's a prisoner. I think he's going to be displayed in that book. Remember that prison book? And they're going to be like, oh, hey, Straw Hat, well, your crew member's over here, or whatever. That's probably a possibility. But yeah, the Germa, I think they're destroyed. I kind of don't want them to be destroyed just because of Reiju, because I loved Reiju so much. She was such a sweetheart, and the way she treated Sanji. Sanji's another character I can kind of a little bit relate to. But he was such an ass in this arc, honestly. I mean, it was cool with the pudding thing, and I actually felt bad when, like, a little bit bad when, like, Pudding, when she actually, like, loved Sanji back. That was actually kind of sad that she, like, got rid of his memories and stuff, but it makes sense. Kind of weird that she flip-flops so much, so she was a mess. Makes sense, though. I mean, she might actually be bipolar. I mean, Oda wouldn't put it past him, but Chopper actually did some stuff. Kara did some stuff. Hopefully Kara joins the crew, but it depends on how much she gets screen time next arc. If she doesn't get any, then no. And I'm going to be really sad because I absolutely loved Kara. Kind of wish that we got a little bit more. There's a very brief thing saying that, like, oh, Goldie Roger escaped the Big Mom Pirates. Like, he was the only other person that read the Poneglyph. So it's like, I wish we had more information on that. I wish we had more information that Dee's. She should know something, but she's such a child character, but Big Mom is. So pretty interesting to see where the story goes from here. Fantastic arc in the beginning, and it loses some steam. Climax of the Tea Party kind of loses rising action, and kind of peters out quite a bit. Katakuri thing was amazing. Like, boy, aesthetically pleasing. Really good job on the animation team too. So yeah, I think that does it. I think I talked about a length enough. Really, Whole Cake Island surprised me. I was not expecting that. This is actually cool because this is, in the anime, this is a series that, this was at the point in the series it was when I first started reading chapter 1. Or actually, I started watching it at chapter 1. But yeah, so this is where I was at episode 1, like around this time. So pretty cool that that's how far I've come in the last pretty interesting, and hope to see you next time. Bye.